Hello, guys. How are you today? Good morning. My name is Stephen Akintayo, and today we're going to be looking at, as we have been, a couple of industries in our world. And this morning we're looking at the e-commerce industry. According to the former Minister for Technology and Communication, uh, Dr. Mobolaji Johnson, she rated the Nigeria e-commerce industry to be worth $10 billion. And the fact is that we've not even scratched the surface of the potential value of the e-commerce industries in Nigeria. And you ask me, why has that not happened? What has been going on? Why has that process delayed? We just have Jumia, we have Konga, we have Udalla, and guess what? None of them are even affecting each other's turnover. I mean, because the industry is quite big, it's massive, it's huge, it's really, really huge and really massive. So, how can you, a small starter, young guy, how can you be part of this whole process? How can you come into that industry and have something tangible for yourself? One critical thing I think is number one thing you need to do is to think problems. And when you're thinking problems, think global problems. Okay? There are some problems that are global in nature, and these are the kind of problem that you probably want to think that your e-commerce site should solve. Um, e.g., traffic is a global problem. Unemployment is a global problem. Advertisement is a global problem. Transportation is a global problem. Food is a global problem. So think of a global problem that you can begin to supply in terms of the food chain, and what agriculture is one, and that's why we mentioned food. So come up, look at that industry. For example, you can look at agriculture and say, what's the major challenge of the farmers? We have a lot of farm in Nigeria, particularly in states like Benue. There's so much wastage going on. So can you be the middleman, okay, between the farmers and the person who need the raw um, tomatoes, for example, okay, and give them the exact location the farmer will be, and if for some of those who need it, even if they want to go right down to Benue to acquire it and all of that, can you be the bridge, okay, and let all the transaction takes place on your website, and you keep a commission, a 10% commission or more. And that's what concept like Uber, Airbnb, Alibaba, that's what it's all about. So we need a lot more e-commerce. And guess what? Even the existing ones, you can be a competitor to them. There's Uber. You can start something similar to Uber in Nigeria, okay, and take over the market locally, and then later see what happens. Or just come up with the whole entire idea all over again. But think global problem. Look at what people are going through in various sectors, and then create an e-commerce site around it. Okay, good. Number two, number one, I said you should think global problem, and then provide, of course, build your e-commerce around solving or being the middleman in solving that global problem in food, in agriculture, and education, and all of this other sector. Okay, number two is to build the platform. You build your e-commerce site. Make sure it has a mobile app, because the world is going mobile app now. So you can build the web version and then still have a mobile app version of that particular site. Okay, that you're building. Number three now is that understand that building an app or a site or an e-commerce site is nothing. Okay, what makes your e-commerce site powerful and valuable is the traffic. How many people come to that site? We call it validation. Until people come to that your e-commerce site and begin to do transaction, that concept around that e-commerce site is not yet validated. I see a lot of people chat me up and then they say, oh, I have this e-commerce site that I want to build and I'm looking for investors. And I smile. It doesn't work that way. You need to have what we call seed capital. Okay? You have to invest, you, your loved ones, people close to you, invest in building the platform, one. Two, also getting, okay, some level of traffic, okay, and then validation. Some people start using it, start coming on the platform. Okay, the platform without traffic is nothing. So the process of validation is that people have come to your app or your website and they are already doing transaction. Okay, they're using your e-commerce site to do one thing or the other. And that is where most e-commerce sites fail. Okay, traffic is not free. Yes, with some technical skills, you can begin to build some level of traffic on your e-commerce site. That's true. Okay, which is also why you want to get trained in digital marketing, get videos and materials that can help you fast track your skill in terms of knowing how to grow e-commerce. But the reality is that traffic is never free. You will have to spend money on Facebook, advert to Google, to some of these platforms. Some of you may even need to do some form of online traffic generation, and in terms of radio advert, TV advert, etc. Okay, so some of that is critical to being able to get tangible traffic. Now, I'll give you an example, and our industry is unique. Okay, some industry or shows how good you are is how many years you've been in the industry. For example, in medicine, in law, you hear people say I've been I've been a lawyer for 30 years. So like my dear friend about Dr. Peba will tell you I was called to bar 1986. That's 30 years ago. Okay, but in tech, it's not that way. Okay, Udala started last year, and they told you they are Africa's number one something something. And guess what? In terms of traffic, they're doing now I mean, they're not joking with you, and they're real competitors. Okay, so our industry is about how much traffic you can pull determines whether you are number one in something or not. It's about pulling traffic. It's about getting traffic. And really, some of that you have to really pay for. This is where you now need tangible part of that seed capital. Okay, this is where you need it. So your loved one, your cousin, your brothers, and say, hey, if I can get 1,000 people, okay, 2,000 people using my platform, okay, then there's the validation. I have an e-commerce site, for example, a bulk SMS site that has over 2,000, users on that site. Now that's the validated site. I mean, it's done over 100 million transactions. Now, to sell that site or get investor to invest in that site, be it from Silicon Valley, is just almost automatic. I don't need to speak in tongues. You get to Silicon Valley, you prove all these things, and right there, you get somebody willing to put in $1 million in that business because they can believe. I mean, data is capital in our industry. Data is capital in terms of people who are on your site, people who have signed up, people who are using it, people who have their accounts and stuff. So to grow to that level, you need to spend some money. Okay, and the more money you have, the more big that platform and robust it can be. I know by now, Danla should probably have close to 100,000 subscribers. Okay, and that is how it works. Okay, so there's so much that has to be put into the process of generating traffic. Number two, usability. There are a lot of sites that we have that are just not usable. And there are a couple of factors that helps the usability of a website. Okay, Number one factor is that your site must be simple, instinctive to use. Okay, people are cognitive mices. You need to know that. Design pages for scanning and not for reading. Sometimes people have e-commerce sites generally, and then they are telling stories why you need this product. That just make it such that I can scan through. Okay, talk in the same language of your users. Make sure you're talking their language. This is critical. Talk your users' language. Talk their language. Relate with them. Connect with them. Use something they can understand. For those of you who are Nigerians and you have a store for Nigerians, once in a while, throw broken there. Okay, this ain't good or fine, die. Okay? Maybe you're describing a dress or something. Use their language. Prioritize the key information users look for above the fold. Okay, when I come to your e-commerce site, what will I be looking for? You should know that. Will I be looking for the search button so that I can easily search for what I'm looking for? You should know that. Once you get that, let it be on top. Okay, trust and credibility need to be reinforced. Most of my slide, I don't just know why this one doesn't have it. Once I tell you my name, the next thing I'll show you is the logos of companies I've consulted for. Why am I doing that? It's a conscious thing, because if you know that, oh, this guy has consulted for Chivita, for GT Bank, for MTN, then you are confident, if you are in the class of MTN, to do business with me. And of course, if you're not even in the class of MTN, of course, that's a knockout. Okay, so the same vein, your e-commerce site should reinforce trust and credibility. What are top CEOs saying about you if you have them as your client? What are top brands saying about you? Who are your partners? Put their logos there. Okay, you need to reinforce that. It's very, very important. Okay, now let's look at a couple of factors now. Usability. I'm rushing because my slide is long. It's a lot. I think it's 70 something, if not 100 plus. So I'm even going to cut it at some point, make this part 1 and part 2. Okay, so homepage. Most valuable property of a website is your homepage, and you don't want to joke with it. Make it obvious what you do, and if you sell, what you sell. Very important. Use it to spell out a big picture. When I come to your website, okay, from the homepage, let me kind of have an idea of the big picture. Okay, prominent internal search. This is critical. So that there's a search, I can just type t-shirt and you bring out all the t-shirts on your site. Okay, seasonal campaign activities. Promo is important here. Okay, promo is important. I realized that developed stores, okay, globally, they're always doing promo. Okay, promo everywhere. Once they are through with summer promo, it's winter promo that is next. Okay. Can you guys hold back on the questions, please? Particularly Mrs. Anita. Okay, just hold back on the questions. Let's finish the training. If I'm seeing your question, I'll be distracted to go into answering you. When I'm through with the training, ask me as many questions in this world. In fact, I'm going to leave like 30 minutes to answer your questions. I think that's fair. Is that okay, man? Okay, so resolution should be 1,424 by 768. Okay, deep link into core areas over the fold. All these things are very important. You must have them on your e-commerce site. Okay, you must have them. Okay. Can we get a copy of the slide? I've mentioned that at the end of this training, we will talk on that. Please, let me just go into my presentation. I'm running, guys. And I still have a UN side event I'm speaking. I'm supposed to be there by 10. And I have another webinar on bulk SMS after this one. Guys, I really need your help here. Okay? Can we just hold on the questions? Okay? So that I have over 100 slides. And I have to stop at some point. Now, an example of a good homepage website is Matthew Williamson. Okay, you can also visit it at your convenience, and you can write these things down. Get a pen and a paper, just write these things down. I think that will help. Okay, just write these things down. Now, one of the things that you will see that is unique here, everything we're saying, you will see that they did it well. New season, are you seeing? Did you see the search button here? Okay, the very good one. Now, high impact current image. Do you see the high impact current image here? This image has even made this site look so like there's nothing on it. Meanwhile, this site is very loaded. There's so many things on it. But they made it really simple. New accessories, you see in here. Enter competition. This is deep ink. Okay, so this is how a good homepage should look like. This is how it should look like. As much as there's so much information here, but they've made it in such a way that, hey, you can navigate your way. Okay, if you feel there's so much wahala here, all you just do is to go to this search button and you'll be able to type. So you must make sure that your e-commerce site connects at this level, relates at this level. This is very, very important. It's a big secret, but it's important. Okay, so you can see usability, product details page. Let's go to that one. Product detail page. Focus on the button. The buy now button is important. The more the image, the better. Detail on demand. Zoom is essential. Cross-sell and upsell, very important. Show delivery and availability info. Share capabilities. Now, like I said, this is a whole training that should take like a week to do. I'm trying to rush it. Even when I do this training physically, I do like 4 hours on it. I'm trying to rush it in 1 hour. But the good news is that my slide is so easy that there's an example. Okay, so the example for a product detail site is this. So you can see this is the jewelries they're selling. What they've done in such a way that they've put it on somebody here. So you can see how it looks on, how the jewelry will look on her. Okay, they have the zoom option. You can see the alternative views, the zoom options. You can see add to cart, very clear, very deep. You can see share and tell a friend. So this gives you opportunity for anybody who have come and they are saying, and you know, when it comes to fashion, it's very emotional, particularly for women, guys, you know that, and those of you who are into e-commerce, you know that it's very, very emotional, particularly for women. Okay, so it's very emotional for them. So many of them, if you are smart enough to put the tell a friend and share button, they will be the one to advertise your store for you. Okay, but what we're saying here is that make sure that your page, okay, is detailed. The product page where they get the product, once I click on a product I'm interested in, let it be done in such a way that is so detailed I can get all the information about that product as much as possible. I can view it and see how it look like. Many of you, we have a lot of African queens. So if you're into fashion, get some of these ladies, let them wear your jewelries and you know, demonstrate with it and get a good photographer. This will go a long way in helping your e-commerce store, guys. I guarantee you. Okay, pillar 3, the checkout. This is very, very important. Your customer is waiting at the till, okay, with their credit card. What could possibly go wrong? And I have discovered that this is where everything goes wrong. Do you know that sites lose over 50% of their customer at the checkout button? I don't know if you know this. If you know this, kindly say I know. If you don't know, say I don't know. Okay? If you don't know, say I don't know. I want to read. Now is the time to talk. Okay? Now is the time to talk. I don't know if you know that you lose 50% of your clients at the checkout button. If you know, say I know. If you don't know, say I don't know.
Anita Davis says she knows. Okay. Kande Angela says she knows. Good. Okay. So you guys are knowledgeable enough. Okay. But some of you obviously don't know. Okay. This is where the money goes. And then why? There are a couple of issues involved. Just window shopping. Some of them is because they are just window shopping. They are not ready to buy anything you're selling. Some of them is because they don't want to register. Okay, why do I have to register? I just want to buy the item and get on with my life. So if you're insisting that they must register, then that becomes a problem. Okay, too many clicks. Every click is a friction node where you lose the visitor. Do you know that you lose raised to power 5 each time? Okay, each time. Yes, it's up to 50%, my brother, Somtech. 50% is lost at the checkout. Many people don't believe that. Of course, people know that you lose at the checkout, but most people don't know that you can lose up to 50%. In some cases, it goes more. Now, this click part is even one of the most critical part. You lose ratio power 5. In other words, if 100 people come to your website, if you ask them to click another thing, okay, out of the 100, only 20 will go to the next click, the next page you ask them to click. That's why you want to make sure you avoid clicking and clicking and clicking. The less clicking, the better. Okay, because you know we're naturally lazy beings. Sometimes we just don't want to do some things. These are scientific figures now. So anything I tell you, trust me, they are scientific. Okay, so 100 people come to a page to pay, and then you ask them to click something more. Only 20 will go to the next. That's why we lose a lot of money. Okay, sometimes you also have people who feel they don't think their card is safe on your site, and that's one of the reasons why they are reluctant. So let's look at an example, a good example of a good checkout website. So link of london.com. Okay, so what they've done, and I love this very well, and you guys should look at this, is to give you two options. Of course, there's a 3-step way to register, and they've said it to you from the beginning. However, they've done the alternative here. Okay, this is beautiful. So if you are tired of all this feeling, come here and just get it wrong. So this way, you've created two options for them. Okay, they have the option to of course go through the 3 process and begin to do all of that, as well as the option to just move on with their lives without necessarily having to do the checkout. Sorry, I'm just continuing to send the reminder confirmation message to those who have registered to be sure. Because after the event, I always get people tell me they didn't see confirmation, they forgot one thing or the other. Okay, good. But is this valuable so far? Are you getting value, guys? If you're getting value, say I'm getting value. If you're not getting value, say hey, I'm not getting value. If you are getting value, tell me I'm getting value. How many of you are getting value so far? Are you getting value at all? Say I'm getting value if you're getting value. Okay? If you're getting value, say I'm getting value. Okay, if you're not getting value, say I'm not getting value. I need to know. Okay, so that I don't just keep talking. I want to be sure this is valuable to you guys. Okay. Some text say, yeah, right on, value adding up. Okay, Tunde Solomon says just coming in. Oh, okay. So obviously you don't know what we said so far. Dele says getting more than value. Good to know. Good to know that you guys are getting value for this. So what you want to do, like Links has done, is to give them two options. They have the option to do all the registration processes, and then they have the option of not doing that at all and just making their payment and moving on with their lives. So you can see how they have done theirs here. Made it very easy. Okay, new customers not requested to enter email at this stage. Okay, Of course, the checkout, they need to now put in their emails and password and all of that. You can see product details, including delivery charges and payment option, clearly laid out. Very important. Clearly laid out. If you're going to charge them for delivery, let it be clear. Okay, so you can see the form in details for the second page. This is where they now do all the long thin form. Who can tell me, since I'm dealing with e-commerce, why the first page just contain is very brief? Just put your barely your name and your email. Who can tell me why? Can anybody tell me why the first page is usually with less information? Of course, the existing client just put in their email and password and they log in. But new clients have less information to fill at the first link. Okay, and that's why they made it 3 link. The first link is you log in if you're already a client, or if you're not a client, you click on register. From there, it takes you here, okay, where you now fill in your details. But they've done it in such a way that from the first page, you will have put in your phone number and email, at least your email and your name, or your email only. The reason why they do this is because of the same principle we're talking about. Many of them will not complete to number 3. Many will not get to number 3. But if at least you've captured their email, they will enter your sales funnel, okay, and then you can begin to market them from the email. These are also strategies that are important here. Let's move on. So the third part is where they put their credit card. But you can still see the detail is also here for them to just go ahead, use their card and get out if they want. Okay,